Hello friends, welcome to Sthitpragya Life. I am your friend Sandeep Srivastav, and today we will be discussing about Bhagavad Gita a little bit more in detail. The session from now on is gonna be a little bit more interesting because we will not only be discussing about how many shlokas are there in Bhagavad Gita, but we will also discuss about the representatives of their particular shlokas. I would request all of you to quickly grab a pen and a notepad and make notes wherever you want to. So starting off with the first presentation. So there are total of 700 shlokas in Bhagavad Gita, out of which 574 are told by Lord Krishna, 84 by Arjuna, 41 by Sanjaya, and 1 by Dhritarashtra. So this is very important. Now let us understand about Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna, as we all know, is our mentor, who happens to be the 8th incarnation or avatar of Lord Vishnu. In this particular session, I have also included few frequently asked questions and I have tried my level best in answering them. So the question here is, why Krishna had to come and why not Rama or any other god? Lord Rama possessed 12 kalas and Krishna possessed 16 kalas or qualities. During the tenure of Lord Rama, to reinstate dharma, mastering 12 kalas or qualities was sufficient. With his 12 kalas, he could manage to destruct adharma and fight the falsehood. However, this was not the situation with Krishna. He had to complete his PhD, 16 kalas, in order to reinstate dharma, since the falsehood or adharma was getting more and more strengthened day by day. About our favorite, the greatest warrior of all time, Arjuna. He was the mentee. But the question here is, why Krishna chose Arjuna and why not any other Pandava? Now, in order to understand this particular question, or in order to answer this particular question, we got to go a little bit back in terms of understanding Krishna and Arjuna from their past life. So as you can see on the screen, Arjuna and Krishna were twin brothers in their past life by name Nar and Narayan. If you happen to visit Badrinath temple, please don't forget to visit the Nar and Narayan temple there. So together they fought a mighty demon by name Dambodhav. And this particular demon was again reborn as Karna in his next life. Birth of Arjuna. Mata Kunti impressed sage Durvasa and with her selfless service and in return gets blessed by sage Durvasa that she can invoke any god of her choice and recite the mantra gifted by him to acquire a son. This is how she invoked Lord Indra and in return Lord Indra blessed her with a son called Arjuna. He was the third son of Pandu Maharaj and Kunti Mata. Now let us also understand few characteristics of Arjuna. An extraordinary warrior and an ambidextrous archer. Yes, he can shoot the arrows with both the hands. Not born out of sex, he was the Ojas son of Indra. Of course, Krishna's very best friend, a pure devotee and very disciplined, known for his intense dedication and focus, a favorite student of his teacher Dronacharya, ambidextrous archer, can clearly differentiate between love and lust. In fact, he has once rejected Apsara Urvashi's offer for lust. The only warrior or Pandava to question Krishna why this war is needed. If Arjuna would not have asked this question, we would have never got Bhagavad Gita. Of course, a lifelong learner can very clearly differentiate between emotions and duties, mentally and physically perfectly balanced. So this brings to the end of the session. In my next session, I will also be including few other characters who are a part of the first chapter in Bhagavad Gita. You can always reach me back on my number for any kind of questions, any kind of queries or any suggestions. My number is 9030731306. You can also email me on my email ID, which is sthitpragya.sandeep@gmail.com. So we will catch up again on Monday. Till then, I want all of you to take very good care of yourself. Stay safe and enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much. Goodbye.